Right, now, as soon as I hit the go live button, I remembered I haven't changed this. Oops. No, it's not. No, it's not, you incompetent buffoon. Hello, Spurs fans. It's Paul Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all well on this very beautiful day, actually. 6 minutes past 8 on the 27th of August, 2024. I'd like to start the stream as usual by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land from where I'm streaming today, the Wallamedigal people of the Darug Nation, Ingani Warramie. Welcome to mobs all around Australia, all over the world. I'd like to pay my respects to their elders past, present, emerging. And yeah, no surprise here, still no treaty, still no bugger all. Wasn't ever ceded, always was and always will be Aboriginal land. How are we all going, folks? I realise I haven't done a stream since the smashing of Everton, so I thought I'd do one. And there's a few people in. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. So we can have a chat about that. Whatever you want. I'm just biding my time here. I've had a bit of car trouble, so I'm just waiting for rush hour to finish before I hit the road, just in case the car cocks up. Let's have a look who's in the chat. Loads of people. Mark in. Hang on. Why isn't the chat appearing on the screen? I'll switch it off, did I, or something? Did I? I think I did I? Hang on. Let's sort this out. Where's the chat? That one? Oh, that'll do. Don't know why I did that. I must have clicked it by accident. Mark in. Hello, my good. How are you, my good man? I'm tickety-boo, man. Tickety-boo. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and enjoy my Aldi roast. Actually, no, it's not Aldi roast. This is Makona. Doesn't taste any different. It's all instant, isn't it? Except the problem with Makona is every time I get a new jar of it, and the first time I take the lid off, I just go, there's like a coffee explosion everywhere. Soshi. Hi, Paul Hippies. Hi, man. How you going? Paul, 1, 2, 3. All right, hippie guy. Not bad, man. I'm still happy from the weekend, actually. The demolition of Everton. I haven't had a chance to chat to you people about that yet. So here I am. So I just got some. I'll just check this. Looks like I got some messages from Dermatron. What's he on about? He's got an idea, so I'm going to tell him I'm streaming now. Oh dear, bless him. Good channel, THFC till I die. Spurs old and new. Very nice blend. Side Answer 83. Hello, Paul. Hello, Side Answer. Nice to see you. Member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Memberships and super chats are available. Channel's going all right at the moment. Going all right. I'm nearly at 500,000 views, which is quite cool. I mean, because I started this channel last June. Some of you may know. I started it last June because I drive for a living, which is a fancy way of saying I do Uber. But last June I lost my license for 3 months, and I thought, well, I ain't getting a job in 3 months. And to stop myself going around the twist, I thought, I'll start a YouTube channel. I'd been on Around the Traps on a few channels before that. Give it a go. And it's been a whole ball of fun. It's been an eye-opener to the extent where last December I had Steve Perryman on. It's like I had his poster on my wall when I was a kid. And he's coming back on in 2 days' time. 2 days' time. Steve Perryman, I can't wait, man. He's a cool guy. Very cool guy. Mr. Tottenham. The skipper. Yes, Arian. Hey, man. Oh, he's got a mark in. Oh, will we use this? Might as well, eh? Yes, Arian. Morning, Paul Hippies. I have a stat. Mark in shares data analysis in 75% of his posts. And we love it 100% of the time. Yes, that's what we want. Sharing the love around. Yes, man. Sometimes Mark in stats are so cunning that I don't even notice there's a stat. He could be a good spin doctor or something because he can just slip information into your brain without you even knowing. That's how good he is. You're sorry, don't try and convince me you're not a time traveller. Okay, I won't. I won't. I cannot confirm nor deny that I'm a time traveller. Hey, we got a Ronnie in. We got a Ronnie. Hello, man. Nice to see you. Michael Langley, morning, Paul and all. Morning, Michael Langley. Oh, what a... Here we go. That's how you... Oh, no, Paulie Hotspur. Oh, no, I thought it was... No, this is almost... Is this blasphemy? Ribsy85. Hello, man. Glory. Nah, I can't sing that about myself, man. G'day, mate. G'day. How you going? Mark N. Breaking news. Breaking news from Mark N. Solomon looks to be heading to Leeds on loan and then just the last 2 to go. Well, I mean, I saw a spurious headline saying he'd failed a medical or something at Leeds, didn't he? But I think that turned out to be crap. Oh, well, that's all right. Off he goes. We got him for bugger all. We're selling for something, so that's something in our pocket. Last 2 to go. We're talking about Gio Lo Celso and Reguilon. I keep forgetting about Reguilon, man. He's the forgotten man of Spurs. Yeah, that's it. What a great clear out, eh? What a great clear out. 3 windows. Bang, 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 bang. White Manor came in and he's going out again. Shashi. Peacock isn't streaming the Tottenham versus Newcastle game. They seem to be showing all the games last year, didn't they? More than Sky, I think. They got this weirdo rule in the UK where if a match is on at 3 o'clock on a Saturday, they don't show it on telly because it stops people going to football or something. I don't understand how it all works, man. How about not show any of the games and make everyone go to football matches like the old days then? If it's that good. Mark your bingo cards for the nose blow, the coffee, the cock up at the beginning. It's all going well, man. So your watch along will be the only source for me. Oh, well, okay. Well, be a pleasure to have you, man. I think it's a really cool time, actually. A really cool time. Just check what time it is on over here. Tottenham. It is 10:30 p.m. on Sunday. Wow, that's... how Spurs fans going to get up for that then? Like, if you want to go to the game. So what time's that? That's what... 1:30. 1:30. So you're going to have to leave London at like 5. You're probably going to have to go up the night before. That's ridiculous. Like I say, Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. It all seemed to work just fine. Rowan, just as the season finally at full force, we're going into a 2-week international break. I know, it's boring, isn't it? Boring. When's that then? That's after the Newcastle game, isn't it? Is that after? Or we haven't got a break now, have we? 1st of September. Nah. All right, that's all right. Yeah, after the Newcastle game, where hopefully we'll be enjoying the vapours of victory over Newcastle. We know how that's gone the last 2 years. It's going to be an interesting game, that one. But I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about the next game. I'm worried about the last game because we won 4-0. So that was good fun. Good fun. We played well. We played very well. We played well against Leicester as well. And, I don't see Newcastle getting much of a bollocking for drawing 1-1 with Bournemouth. So, maybe they've not come a long way. Maybe they're ripe. They're succulent, hanging off the tree. It's about to fall off. We just, we'll have 5-0 against Newcastle. See how the bloody Magpies like it. The barcodes. Oh, hello, Chris. Meta Football TV. Hey, Paul and chat. Hope you're all well. I am, man. Oh, man, hang on. I've been reinstating mods. Hang on. So, do that one. And then there's Chris was mod, wasn't he? Where's Chris's name here? Oh, there it is. There it is. I was looking for Chris. No, it's Matt. Here we go. There we go. All fixed. Hope you're well. Yeah, man. Oh, there's a few people coming in. Hello, everyone. Brian Petkovic. The quad is on, man. Don't let anyone... Well, I mean, here's some scientific proof the quad's on. These are my predictions at the beginning of the year. I had Spurs for the Premier League, Spurs for the FA Cup. I had Leeds United for the FA Cup. Little did I know that even as I made that prediction, Leeds United were actually knocked out of the League Cup. So that means there's another cup for Spurs. I mean, who else is going to win it? If Leeds aren't having it, we'll have it. And UEFA Cup, Spurs. So looks like the consensus of opinion out there is the quad is on. Quad is on, Brian. Side answer 83. R.I.P. Sven Goran Eriksson. Yeah, probably the last England manager I liked and the team I watched every game. Yeah, I mean, he's been struggling for a while, but he seems to have, I don't know if you can say, gone out in a good way, but he's been pretty positive for people. And, he had a nice experience, manage a game a couple of months ago. So, yeah, R.I.P. Sven. Margaret Preside. Paul, do you think we will win against Newcastle and Arsenal? Yes! Yes! Of course we will. Arsenal, they ain't got a striker. They ain't got a striker. They've been bubbling around. They beat Villa because they're shit as well. Now, Arsenal are there for the taking. They're coming to our manor as well. So I think that would be good. And Newcastle, I think that's almost the tougher game, man, because they've absolutely spanked us for 2 years in a row up there. Although, in fairness, we did spank them when they came down to White Hart Lane last year. So that was something at least. But, Newcastle, tough game, man. Tough game. I'm hoping to be jolly entertaining. That's what I want to see, a jolly entertaining game. THFC till I die. Yes, he was in my WhatsApp bugging the hell out of me while I'm streaming. And now Dermatron 2000 is gracing us with his presence. How you going, Dermot? Hey, Paul, doing channel work. Glad you are on. Have an idea. This is what he sent me in the text. Let me know at a time that I can call, man. I replied and said, Dermot, I'm streaming now. So he sent me the same message. I don't know, man. Maybe after I do this stream, if it's not too late, I'll give you a call. Brilliant, man. Uncle Mike. Hi, Hotspur Hippie. Hope you're well. Looking forward to seeing the legend Steve Perryman. On your channel again. Up the Spurs. Yeah, man. It's big. Actually, I'll play this for you. There's a few people watching. So there's like an introduction to when Steve comes on. I thought I'd put together like a video montage, try and tell a bit of a story. I mean, you can't possibly tell the whole story of Steve Perryman in like 3 minutes, but I had a crack at it. I think it came out all right. I'm pretty happy with it. But Steve sent me some photos and things like that, and I was looking around the net. And man, oh man, it was making me smile because I'm just thinking, wow, what a life and career this guy's had, and done it in such the right way, the rightest way possible. It was a real joy. It's quite a privilege for Steve to send me some photos that I'd never seen before. And I've learned two new things about Steve Perryman this year. Two. One is he did a podcast. I think it's called Goals of Our Lives or something, with Theo Delaney, where the premise of the podcast is I think you pick like 6 goals, maybe more, and you pick also music that you liked at the time. Steve is a big soul brother. He's a soul brother. He's into Motown and soul. He's got the groove. Here's me, thinking, footballers, there's going to be Cold Chisel and Akadaka, which, hey, they're not bad either, but it was nice to hear a bit of groove in his selection. And the other thing, I only found this out last night. This one, there's a journalist in England called Norman Giller, and there was a video about, he was talking about why Steve Perryman won the Player of the Year. The hell's that? There's construction work going on. My noise gate doesn't cancel that out. All right, stop now. Thanks, Sydney. Norman Giller about why Steve won the Player of the Year in 1982, and in that video he said Steve Perryman wasn't the biggest guy, and I thought, what? What do you mean, Steve Perryman? Steve Perryman's huge. He's huge. He's got to be taller than me for one thing. He's got to be taller than 6'1", isn't he? So I looked at his Wikipedia page and he's 5'9". I'm thinking, bloody hell, well, that's a message to any footballer out there. I mean, the guy looked massive on the pitch. He's 5'9". That blew me away. That blew me away. So there's two things I learned about Steve Perryman in my extensive research. I might have to close my balcony door in a minute. But I think it's vibrating. It's vibrating my whole apartment block. I don't know. Maybe there's a heist going on. Hey, Dermatron has joined the commune or upgraded or something. He's gone into platinum. Thank you very much, Dermatron. Thank you very much. THFC till I die. Ireland playing England. That's a big game for me. Oh, is that happening, is it? Yeah, well, when those two teams are playing, I usually go for Ireland, so because my nationality is all over the place. Ireland, Northern Ireland, England, Australia. You know, countries don't mean much to me. They're just wiggly lines invented by blokes in big chairs to keep us all apart. But it's good for football. It's good for football. So, Steve Perryman, I'll tell you what, I'll play this video, and I'll go and shut my balcony door. That'd be a nice thing to do. Take Dermot's comment off. So, here we go. Bit of Steve Perryman for you.
Joined Spurs to the great Bill Nicholson, and he said to me when I walked in, Steve, if you play quick, easy and accurate, you'll have a career.
Good cross there by Evans, clipped nicely there, and Perryman following it in. Chivers with a 1-2, Perryman! Yes! Beautifully played by Spurs. The goal will do wonders for this game now. As Knowles takes another corner for Tottenham, it's a deeper one this time towards Mike England. Perryman in there!
He's the best skipper I've played under, but a great example for me as a young player coming in, you know, and I still, if I see him now, I still call him Skip, and that's the respect I've got for him, you know, and all the players out there.
Dane trying to get round Cooper and does so. Oh yes, Perryman!
Knowles is cross, Gilzean's header, Perryman!
The reason he won the award that year was not because of his individual flair, it was because of his team play. He motivated that side that won back-to-back FA Cup finals.
Tottenham's ninth corner. Perryman shot! He's done it again!
I'm a leader, I'm a captain, I'm a driver. That's what I do. I elevate special talents like Glenn, like Ozzy, like Ricky, like Mickey Hazard. I elevate them up to do their job.
think the big thing about Steve Perryman was that he was a terrific manager. So anything that I wanted doing on the field, he would be the one that carried it on there for me.
Another 3 goals left Aussie's team on the wrong end of a 4-1 thrashing. It was the worst of possible starts.
The next minute, the very next minute, is the most important one.
There we go. Steve Perryman there. Now, see, so Steve's coming on the show. UK time, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Sydney time, that is Thursday, 6 a.m. So I'm looking forward to that. I was quite blown away. I didn't realise he'd met Ange Postecoglou. It was quite funny. You got 3 managers and Maxi Miller just in there as well. Keith Birkinshaw, Ange Postecoglou, Steve Perryman, who was manager for about a week or two, and Maxi Miller. So I'll be interested to know what Steve thinks of the current vibe at Tottenham Hotspur. I heard on his podcast that he's well in behind Ange, which is the main thing. The gaffer is the gaffer. It's nice to see. Quincy B, evening folks. Hello, man. Nice to see you. Mark in house, Son kept in front of Van der Ven. That's what I did this in a video yesterday, man. People saying that Sonny's legs are run out of gas and all that old shit. Minute 77, he's keeping ahead of Van der Ven. And this is after he covered every blade of grass in the game as well. So, yeah, I don't know either, man. I don't know, man. Am I a Smurf again? A Smurf? Is that moderator? I don't know. I think yes. Oh. Hang on a minute. Destiny 5! Hello, Paul. Lots of kisses. Steady on. Let's have a bit of decorum in here. Met Football TV. Thanks so much, Paul. Appreciate the gesture and confiding in me. That's all right, man. It's all right. Easy peasy, man. You're a good guy. Get over to Chris's Met Football TV. He can put a link in if he wants. Finn Rickwood, hello, man. Big up Paul, my favourite hippie. Oh, well, how many hippies do you know? 1? And the rest of the chat. Hey. Side answer THFC 83. Now, I haven't watched any of this game. Newcastle, I just saw the result. Newcastle were lucky to get away with a point. Bournemouth were robbed. Well. Did I see something about a VAR incident or something like that? You know, this is making its mark yet again in the season. Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. I was chatting to a mate of mine last night. And, you know, I hear people say, oh, well, once it's in, there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah. There's my mate calling me now. The same bloke. Yeah, you just switch it off. You just switch it all off, can't you? Of course, the reason why it can't be switched off isn't because you just can't physically do it. It's probably because there's a couple of 100 people being employed. They got managers and directors all taking their piece of the pie. There's probably brown paper bags, some poxy, 5-year contract signed with, I don't know, IBM or one of them clowns. That's why it can't be switched off. Nothing to do with football. It's all lucre. Filthy lucre. Get out of our game. Mark N, I do believe with Son's goal Saturday, went 20th in the Premier League all-time score. Oh, wait. You see, he sneaks them in. Oh. Yeah, I don't realise it's a stat until I've read it out. Now I've buggered it up. I do believe that with Son's goals Saturday went to 20th in the Premier League all-time goal scorers. That's amazing, isn't it? That's amazing. And he's got a few goals left in him. So let's see how far he can climb up, man. THFC till I die. You've had Steve on twice. He's a pure gent. He's brilliant. Like when he was on last time, it's fair to say, because I was having technical problems and all that, I was a bit flustered and I was a bit nervous because I didn't want to stuff it up because it's Steve Perryman, you know, you don't want to let the guy down and dick him around. But straight away he put me at ease. It's like, I get why you're the captain now. It's just straight away, really nice manner. Really good guy. He is a gent, pure gent. Craig the Gecko Man, son got the 5-finger discount on England's number one. Oh, I saw something. Talk sports, lad, old bollocks. And I just saw a clip this morning where they're, you know, slamming Pickford for his, you know, shocking, unforgivable mistake. It's like, well, I don't know. Look, it was his cock up, wasn't it? But when I watched the replay, it looked like the ball did something weird to my eyes anyway. So when Pickford flicked it on the half turn, it looked like the ball, as soon as it left his foot, it then accelerated. But he obviously thought the Son wasn't going to catch him. And I thought, actually, funnily enough, I thought Pickford had a pretty decent game. I know there was that one cock-up, but he did pull off a good couple of saves. There was a chance from Maddison as well. So it wasn't like he was terrible or anything like that. But, you know, when you're a goalkeeper and you make mistakes, it's big consequences, very visible, isn't it? Finn Rigwood, the good old times, that's it. Good old times. Or even if when you went round a non-smoker's house, the first thing they'd hand you would be an ashtray. God, them were the days, eh? Dave, Paul, there's a lovely montage of Steve. Well done, mate. Yeah, it took me a lot of faffing around to do it, but it was fun. It was fun. You know, scratched an itch, creative itch. So it's fun to do. Loads of stuff I had to leave out as well. So, you know, yeah, good fun. Michael Langley, yeah, it was a terrible decision. Should have been awarded. Oh, okay, so Bournemouth, okay. I'll have to have a look at this. Newcastle were all over the shop. So for all those people out there who are saying the season hasn't started for Spurs yet because we've been playing crap teams, hey, Newcastle on the weekend, let's do them. Let's do them James Elliott style. My calf's in pain, veterinary. That's what we want to do. Fix the pain. Get the rubber glove on. Mark in, I can't remember the exact number, but Son has played over... He's on fire today, isn't he? He's on fire, bloody Mark in. Can't remember the exact number, but Son has played over 400 games for Spurs. Wow, it's about 230 goals assists. That's not a bad return, is it, for a winger? Which is where he's played most of it, you know. I mean, you know, having Harry Kane up front help. Hopefully Dominic Solanke will boost his numbers. And I'm not saying Dominic Solanke is Harry Kane, you know, but at least he's a proper centre forward, which is exciting to see. I don't know if he's back for the Newcastle game or not, unfortunately. So it'd be nice to have him in. But we looked really dangerous against Everton. Don't care if it was just Everton, you know, you still got to beat them. And, you know, it's the fact that we're, 2-0 up at half time. We just kept on doing the same in the second half. We just kept on bloody well going. It was so good to see. And we could bring on substitutes that didn't affect our style of play. It was wonderful, wonderful. We're in a lot better shape than last year, I think. So if we finished fifth last year and we're in a lot better shape this year, you could almost say we're going to win the Premier League, aren't we? Yeah, why not? Piers Barrow, it's only 30 minutes late this time, but 4:30 p.m. now is better than 4:30 a.m. for me. Oh, okay, right, gotcha. Hey, well, you're in. Oh, yes. I thought you posed an interesting question in your comment and video. If I remember, you're relying on my brain, I will pose that one because I think it's a good one. Here we go. Meta Football TV. Sonny has. I've hit the stat button too many times, haven't I? Sonny scored 122 in 305 EPL games. That's pretty good, eh? Pretty good. Great player for Tottenham. GHSC, commune member. This Spurs team reminds me of the 80s side. Ooh, it's a big call. We just need to win something. That's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. They won something. But I see where you're coming from, man. I think we're getting good. We're getting good. And we're fluid as buggery. Players moving all over the place. And you see all the expert and analysis, you know, and they're just drawing squiggly lines on a green rectangle, just, you know, trying to pretend they know what's going on. They ain't got a clue. They ain't got a clue. They haven't played the game. They haven't been managing for 25 years and just drawing lines. It's very easy to draw lines after the fact, though, isn't it? You know, oh, well, this make it seem like it's all some sort of predetermined plan. No, we're playing jazz, man. We're doing improvised. We're doing the blues. We're not playing notes off lines, which, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. We're just going by the feel. We're going by the feel. That's what Tottenham are doing. So you can draw all the bloody lines you like. They're going to be wrong. Winning something. This is the year, man. Bit of silverware, eh? Okay, and that new kid from South Korea we have in January has been called up for the national team. Yeah, I saw that. For the first next month. That's pretty cool, man. South Korea, no slouch of a team, man. You know, semi-final in the World Cup. Remember that? They got to the semi-final of the World Cup. I think they played Germany, did they? And they had the rubber Germany. So good side. So that's that bodes well for us, doesn't it? Bodes very well for us. Meta Football TV, EPL stats, EPL. Like that, you know, football was invented in 1992. Henry, cheating bastard. Cheating Arsenal bastard. Sod him with his hand. That was disgraceful, that, when France stopped Ireland from qualifying for the World Cup because that bastard, that Arsenal twat. Yeah, he's the most prolific with a goal game ratio of 0.68. He's got, you know, not right in there, is he? THSC Talidai, Dermatron, Arthur O and Bill Nick is Ange. Well, you know, you're not the only one saying that he's got that vibe about him. Bit of success. That's the difference, though, isn't it? That's the difference. Let's see if we can do it. I think we can. There's an exclusive for you. The quad is on. Pierce Barrow. Postecoglou Madison is the new version of Busquets, Xavi and Iniesta. Oh, good old Biss, eh? Oh, where's my Yves Bissouma button? Oh, I changed all the buttons again. Oh, it's gone to the default thing. It's gone to the default thing. I've got a different setup from when I do a watch along to when I do a normal one. Oh, well, can't do the Bissouma button. Busquets. Xavi Iniesta, yeah, man. Pretty cool. I mean, that's high praise, Pierce Barrow. We'll have to wait and see, but it's good to see Biss cover a lot of the park. He did a lot of cleaning up as well. And saying sorry to the crowd and giving Ange a hug after a great goal. Great goal. There's no stopping that one. It was an exocet. P.S. Barrow. Unfortunately, I don't think we got Messi yet. Well, you know, we're not a one-team, man. We're an 11-headed, 22-legged football beast. Sicario. Hello, Paul. What position would you have played if you were a footballer? I was right back. Because I was not very good. So, you know, I was right-footed. I could play on the right way. I was pretty good at tackling. But that was about it. My ball control and everything else was pretty arse. When I used to play, I used to try and defend like Steve Perryman or Richard Goff and play balls like Glenn Hoddle. And I ended up like defending like Glenn Hoddle and playing balls like, you know, I don't know, Harry Winks. Pierce Barrow, we hippies, we dream, that's it. Let's dream, man, let's dream. Faz. The commenter formerly known as Faz Radfar 3-1 Spurs, now just Faz 3, but the 3-1 Spurs is still there, so that's the important bit. Big up, Paul. I seriously believe we will beat Newcastle 3-1. Well, yeah, well, why not? I'm gonna go. Yeah, no, 3-1 sounds like a good score actually. 3-1. It's got a nice, it's not a nice feel about it. 3-1. To the Tottenham. Vicario. Laughing gas has changed Basuma. He should have changed his name to Ballooner. It's funny. You know, people are having a giggle about it now, at least. It's good. Like, if he had a bad game, people would be really on his case. So, a bit of redemption there for Biss. And it seems people have forgiven him, you know. I guess until next time he has a bad game. But what will people be saying? Would they be saying, have another balloon for God's sake, or stop having balloons, you know? I thought the whole thing was a bit of a storm in a teacup. Myself, I thought the stupid thing was putting it on the internet. Dear oh dear. But I don't think he did anything, you know, that immoral or anything like that. THFC till I die. As a kid watching Spurs in the 80s, wasn't it wonderful? Wasn't it wonderful? I'm getting the same buzz now as then, but the 80 Spurs were the best day as a kid, seen us win in Europe. Yeah, 1984. 1984. What a night that was. I wasn't there, but that inspired me to start going to matches. Well, it inspired a mate of mine at school. The following season, let's go to a Tottenham game. So, yeah, all right. You know, was it 12-year-old, 13-year-old kids traipsing all across London at all hours of the day and night? Different world back then, different world. But it's fun on the shelf, man. Seems winning Europe. I want the younger fans to feel like I did. What we did in those days. Yeah, man. I that's the thing, isn't it? I think that would do a lot of good for people. You know, some people count the League Cup as success. I'd really go to 91, and even that side, you know, it wasn't a complete side, but we, with the aid of Paul Gascoigne mainly, and Gary Lineker got through to the final and won it. But the Spurs, even at that stage, were on the descent into Alan Sugar madness. We just about. Well, no, we hadn't come through Irving Scholar unscathed because we almost went bankrupt. But hopefully we're on the upswing now. We're on the upswing. Vicario, who will you start in right wing forward? Right winger? Everyone wants Johnson to be benched. And who are you starting midfielders? Well, you know, I've got to caveat this by saying I don't know what I'm talking about, of course. Yeah, people are getting a bit miffed with Johnson. I don't know. When we're winning 4-0, his cock-ups just make me giggle a bit, you know. He missed a header, but it was a whipped-in cross by Maddison, and Johnson just missed the goal. That would have changed things, I think, for him. But if he's not going to be playing, well, we could stick Odebear out there. We could stick Odebear on the right, and have Sonny on the left. And maybe have a bit of Mikey Moore in the second half or whatever. I think Johnson would be good as a sub. He needs to get a little bit of chutzpah back. Midfield, Biss, Maddison. I mean, after the last game, they've kind of picked themselves, which leaves one spot. I can't remember who we had on the weekend. We had Spa. It wasn't Sarr. It wasn't Bentancur. My brain's just rubbish these days. Who was the third midfielder we played? My mind has just absolutely shut down and gone blank. There'll be a little smoke coming out in a minute. Basuma, Maddison. Wasn't Archie Gray, wasn't Bergvall. Kulu! Thank you, Michael Langley. Kulu, of course it was. And he was good as well. I'll probably stick with those three. I'd stick with those three to start the game. Yeah, Kulu was awesome, actually. I've not been the biggest of Kulu fans, in the last couple of years. He's been very frustrating, but if he carries on doing that, you're only as good as your last performance. I'm such a fickle fan, so if he keeps doing that, bloody hell, he's great in a Spurs shirt. Sod it. Pierce Barrow, okay, you want reality. All right, here we go. Reality sucks, man. Reality sucks, but here we go. It's 2024. There's more in 24. Okay, you want reality. Ange, ages when they started for Barcelona. Xavi, 18. Iniesta, 18. Wow, okay, this is interesting. Busquets, 20. When they retired, they'd won 8 La Liga, 4 UCL. We have Gray, Bergvall and more. Well, yeah, I mean, I think we've got a few good years in them, haven't we? A few good years. Interesting. Are they as good? We'll find out. They'll have a lot of time playing together, hopefully, that'll build up an understanding. I was really impressed with the understanding between, Madison, Son, Udogie, Odebear. That left-hand side looked really, really sharp. The right-hand side, Johnson was wobbly. Yeah, Kulu was good. But it wasn't as, fluid. So I saw a lot of our attacks, they were choosing to go up the left-hand side instead of the right. Maybe the players, maybe there's a little bit of a lack of trust in Johnson. I don't know. I hope he comes good. THFC till I die. But that 80s team had so many leaders. Oh, well, we're short of that. We're still short of that, I must admit. And we've got Son as captain. That's cool. But, Graham Roberts, and you got Graham Roberts in your team, and he's not the captain. How's that happen? Well, you got Steve Perryman, haven't you? Or Gary Mabbott, That's how that works. There were leaders all over the pitch, man. In those days, yeah, people were full of it. Even a bit later on, Terry Fenwick. A lot of the play went through Terry Fenwick. Paul Allen was as industrious as you could ever imagine. We had good sides, man. We had good sides. But now as an old fart, it's been 43 years a Spurs fan. Seen a lot of the years. I was born, went down many of the day. The day I was born, we lost to Leeds. Oh, well, I'm lucky. I was born off season. So I was born shortly after we won a League Cup. So that's not bad. Hang on. No. UEFA Cup. That was it, 72. So that was it. Spurs win the UEFA Cup. Hello, world. I'm here. Well, I probably didn't say that. Probably just came out and had a shit or something. Kulu. Yeah, you don't come to this channel for in-depth football knowledge there. But Sicario. I think the first goal was really teamwork. I was cast my mind. But, oh, yeah, man. Kulu did such hard work there, and he dragged loads of Everton players, occupied their minds looking at him. And he got the ball through to Basuma. Yeah, it was a good team. It was a good team goal. Kulu and Johnson. Oh, Dan Johnson was involved in that one as well. Yes. Be fair to him. After that, he didn't have much to show. Who? Basuma? I thought he had a decent game. He was doing a lot of defensive work, covering a lot of ground. Derek Smith-Davies for me as a striker. The voice of reason. Why not? Just in his last year at Spurs, give him the number 9 shirt. You never know. Michael Langley, it's the best I've seen him play. I'm not a big fan either. Yeah, me. Yeah, no. Carries on doing that. I'll be happy. Sicario. Very impressed with Kulu centrally. He's always said that is his favourite position. Yeah, I just think we could do better, but that's based on a lot of Kulu sort of performances, whereas on the weekend, he was great. So more of that, please, Diane. Michael Langley, Johnson's movement and ball play in the first half was pretty good, but his output into the box was non-existent, and that's the problem, man. It's like he does the hard bit. Beats his man, although he wasn't beating his man so much, especially in the second half. But then it's his last, okay, what do I do now? it's not quite right, is it? So it could go either way. For me, jury's still out on Johnson. I know that's probably not a popular opinion, but the jury's still out. I still think he could. He's close. He's close. Not Basuma, Johnson. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, right. Well, we concur then. We concur. Pierce Barrow. I mean, even older fights, 64. Blimey. Well, you know, when I look at my because I can look at my demographic stats. This is a more mature audience in this one, which I quite like. I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, 64. Here we go. Oh. Making me salivate here. I can remember the Chivers, Gilsey and Peters combo. And Stevie was in there in midfield. Yes, man. There's a funny thing about Steve Perryman. He played with the likes of, I always think of Gilly and Jimmy Greaves. And he's barely touched 70 years old. It's incredible, really, isn't it? Yeah, no, I've been in like I'd say in the last year or so, you know, when I feel a bit Spursy, when I feel like I want a bit Spursy goodness, because I'm quite familiar with the team from the 80s onwards. I've been looking more at the early 70s and filling in my gaps. And hey, man, what an entertaining side! What an entertaining side! There was a goal I saw the other day, and it was a proper team goal. They used to do that all the time. It's Cyril Knowles as well. I mean, people talking about inverted fullbacks and fullbacks running up the pitch. Cyril Knowles, man. He was the archetype of that. Yeah, good side. Good side. Derek Smith, I'm old but not mature. Don't bother with the maturity stuff. I think even though my brain's fading, my body's collapsing, and my hair's falling out, I've still got I've still got the attitude of like a 7-year-old, maybe 13. Maybe that'll do. The guy is or I'm 30 years old. I missed my 20 already. You know, the world keeps spinning. World keeps on spinning. You get older and maybe a little bit wiser, but also more ludicrous. You know, that's what I've, especially since, I left kind of the corporate world and all that sort of stuff a number of years ago, and kind of sort of turned my back on society a little bit. And the more you're outside of it, the more you realise, bloody hell, there's a load of shit that goes on. And I'm not talking about weird conspiracy theories, or am I? But just like people take as fact or the way things should be. And when you're outside of it, looking in, you think, God, that's bonkers, isn't it? That's absolute bonkers. I use VAR as an example. It's like, well, what? How's that happen? No one wants it. It's just one little example. You don't need... That's why conspiracy theories generally piss me off, because they're usually really anti-Semitic and racist in their roots anyway. When you look at the comments, you'll see a few crackpots in there saying nasty stuff. But you don't need them, because there's so much dumb stuff that goes on in the world that's actually on the news and you can see with your eyes anyway. Alan Bennett, just checking in. Hey, nice to see you, Alan. I'm 58, feeling like a young buck, eh? Oh, he's walking down the street with a swagger. That's it. That's the way to do it, isn't it? It's the way to do it. I mean, an inspirational guy I had on the show, and I want to have him on again because he's released a new book. Paul Trevelyan, cartoonist, artist, 90 years old, man, 90 years old. And I mean, he could run rings around me mentally, he's sharp as a tack, but it's just his attitude, his attitude and his joy of life. To still have that, which for me is like 40 years in the future, is amazing. I want to be him when I'm 90, if I get that far, You don't have to let the world grind you down. You can rise above it. Michael Langley, growing old is mandatory. We're on tangents here, aren't we? We're on tangents. I can feel it. Hey. Growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Growing up's overrated, isn't it? Just doing what everyone else does. wearing the same shit, you know, going to an office. You know, here's an example of our society. I think it's a bit silly. It's a little example, but ties. Why don't people wear ties? You know, you want to be nice and relaxed, and you got your collar buttoned up here, and then as if that weren't enough, you think, right, I'll have a strip of cloth. You know, it's not exactly relaxing attire, is it? Everyone's sitting there, no, everyone's stressed out all the time because they got, like, you know, purple heads. There's not enough oxygen going to people's brains anymore. No, I wonder if the species is getting dumber. Archibald will take more care of you. Archibald. Chuck me in as an oldie. I'm guessing. Would you be from Aberdeen, maybe? Chuck me in as an oldie. Watching the UEFA Cup win on TV at 11 years old was when I started supporting Spurs. Ah, cool, man. Well, if you were in Aberdeen, you would have had a bit more European glory up there as well. Steve Archibald, what a bloody player he was. He was something that really excited me as a kid. Him and Garth Crooks. But they were absolutely electric players. Real proper. What a striking partnership. That was something you don't see as much these days, isn't it? It's all about the out-and-out number 9 because, you know, I guess teams don't play 4-4-2. It's all, you know, weird stuff with one guy up front. But when you've got a cracking partnership like Crooks and Archibald, geez. That was the last piece. I think that was the last piece of the puzzle, wasn't it? Because we were getting pretty good, but we just didn't have the firepower. And then when Spurs splashed the cash and got those two, sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. And Archibald then went off to Barcelona and had success over there, and he speaks fluent Spanish. He's a unique, very unique guy, Archibald. And so he's loved in, you know, many places in the world for what he's done in his footballing career. Really good. Started off as a mechanic. Can you believe it? A mechanic. Arsene Lubin. Oh, crap. I'd been checking YouTube every so often today, waiting to see if there would be a live, and ended up missing half an hour of it. Well, sometimes most of the time I just don't schedule them, man. I just don't. I just don't. Because when I want to stream, I want to stream. And like, if I schedule it, it's usually just half an hour before, so people get the extra ding half an hour beforehand. But yeah, don't blame yourself. Blame me, man. Blame me. Incompetent amateur streamer. Pierce Barrow. Loved Ange's style. His priority to the players. Go out and attack them. That's it. So we get entertaining attacking football. It's simple, isn't it? It's simple. And I think what a lot of people forget is you win games by scoring goals. In fact, the key is to score more goals than you concede. That's it. You win the game. It's not rocket science. But Maureen and Conte. Maureen. Who's Maureen? Jose? Well, more like just don't concede. I know. Just hang on. Hang on, clenching, white knuckles. You're like hanging off the cliff of the rope and the thread starts going twing, twing, twing. And what you're hoping in the game is that the rope suddenly turns into like a bungee cord and throws you back up the top. There's no way to play football. No way to play football. And it looks like Conte's losing his shit already at Lazio, the stuff he's saying. So, I mean, Alan Bennett Crooks was unreal, man. Yeah, he was. He certainly was. And, yeah, whenever Glenn Hoddle had the ball, off Crooks used to go. Like in the semi-final in 1981 against Wolves, which was played at Highbury, which is one of those bonkers decisions. I'm sure the Spurs fans all respected Highbury. There's some stories about what the fans did and also maybe what some of the players might have done. You know, there's rumours around that maybe the players, left a mark at Highbury. But I don't know if that's true. And no, I won't be asking Steve Perryman that. Sometimes it's just nice to have a bit of legend out there, you know. Derek Smith, we moved on from the rough, tough time. We moved on from the tie. What's next? Newcastle. But I'm still cock a hoop over the... Look, in fact, we played well against Leicester. Look, Spurs are unbeaten. We're 5th in the table. It's not like the wheels are falling off, is it? Wheels are getting stronger, getting pumped up. Arsenal Lubin, yeah, definitely got our entertaining, fun and positive football back. Yes, puts a smile on my face. Yeah, I've said this a few times. I would do pre-match build-ups on the Irish Hotspur, and that was when Conte was in. And I tell you what, it was hard getting pumped up. It was so hard getting pumped up because you think, I'm just going to sit through football. And so it's like a breath of fresh air at the moment. The football we're playing, it's wonderful. Derek Smith, perhaps there's a journey towards freedom, creativity, or new experiences. See, fill your brain with good stuff. That's the way to do it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Alan Bennett. Yeah, Crooks at Highbury, FA Cup semi-final. What a run. What a ball by Hoddle, though, eh? You can bet your ass if Crooks hadn't made that run, he would have got a real bollocking from Glenn. Okay, love your streams. Thank you very much, man. You do a great job here, and your little updates as well. Well, I mean, you're providing most of the updates. Chris Cowling is worried now. Yeah, he's petrified. He's trembling. I like Chris Cowling. He's, level. And when after games, if I'm having trouble to get to sleep, I'll put him on because he does after match chats. I generally like the people he has on, including me, of course, and it's fun. Mark Ian, I watched your video earlier. We also don't get commentators like in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, you see, that's changed as well, man, hasn't it? Like commentators, it used to be just one person. It used to always just be one person. And it was almost like, how do I describe it? It's almost like they're doing it on the radio, almost like for, vision impaired people or something. They would kind of just describe what was going on in the pitch. Which was important, back in the day when you didn't have, high definition TVs. You might have been watching it like I was on a crappy little, 10-inch black and white portable. So you needed every help you could get with who's doing what. If it was a couple of teams you weren't familiar with. And it was more ball by ball. And there's very little opinion. They would describe the atmosphere. They might describe, who's on top, the current state of play. It was really what's happening now. Whereas, bit by bit, now we have, you've got the ball by ball, and you've also got the colour, what they call the colour commentator with opinions. Too many opinions, man. And I've even watched games where they've had 3 commentators, and it's like, oh, can you 3 just shut the fuck up for a second and let me watch the football? Because it's all this. It's all this, man. But what I found is some of the female commentators that are coming on now, they're much more of the old ball by ball style. I actually like the ball by ball style. Don't tell me what you think that should be happening and what teams need to do and what subs need to be made. I don't give a shit. Who are you? Who are you to tell me what you reckon? Let me, it's irrelevant to me. But yeah, commentator. John Motson. Great tackle there by who was it? By Graham Roberts. Galvin is 2 to his right, but Galvin wants to go on his own. Villiers, still Ricky Villiers. I think John Motson had a soft spot for Spurs. A few commentators did. Arsenal Lubin, I predict a 1-3 victory. All right, okay, got me worried there. Against Newcastle this time around. My 4-0 against Everton was spot on. Is that what you got it bang on the money? You got it bang on the money. Well, Nostradamus here saying 3-1. Well, that's three of us, isn't it? You got Faz, Arsene Lubin, and I reckon it's a good shout as well. 3-1. Yeah. I'll keep my belief in the team. Yeah. I mean, can you imagine how arse that game would have been if we would have been 2-0 up at half-time and then we went all defensive? You know, let's just see the second half out, lads. and then, you know, you let a goal in, it's 2-1 and you're fucked because you've got to get back on the front foot again and you can't. That's the bonkers thing I think about game management is if you're playing a certain way and it's got you the lead and you're winning the game, what you're going to change how you play? That's what's got you there in the first place. You're going to do something different now. So the other team go, hang on a minute. They've gone back in their shells. Let's go at them, you know. Got to keep going, keep going. Archibald. As a lad, my cousin took us to Charlton Spurs in the FA Cup at the Old Valley. Oh, did I go to that game? Oh, I don't know, man. No, maybe not. I don't think I've been to Charlton. Hoddle dribbled the ball up to the home fans in the warm-up. Ah, yeah, with a big smirk. They abused him out of pure respect. Yeah, it was quite fun. Before games. And the players would come out and dick around, and you'd start, you know, singing the songs at them, and you get a wave. Hey, that's something that's asked that sort of seemed to have, you know, dribbled away from the game as well. I absolutely hate. This is something that could be changed just like that. Is at the end of the game, don't play music, man. Don't play music. Let the fans sing, you know. Because they want to show their appreciation to the players and everyone else. And they're forced to go, no. There's some non-specific bullshit. Whereas you want to tell the players or Ange, you know. That was a great thing about when I was watching a lot of Celtic when Ange was managing up there. You know, whistle goes, no music, and the crowd then, boom, amazing, organic. And, you know, if you play shit, you ain't going to get that. You ain't going to get the same roar. You know, that's the price you pay. But I think letting the fans, you know, express how they feel about the game is an important thing. And it'd be so easy to bring that back. I know they played Glory, Glory, Tottenham Hotspur. Play that when the players march on the pitch at the beginning. That's what they used to do. Welcome to White Hart. Hang on. I can never find this button. I know it's here somewhere. Or maybe it's another one I've ditched. It's not that one, no. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Welcome to White Hart Lane, the world famous home of the Spurs. They used to go, oops. They used to go, glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. Do that at the beginning. Not the stupid, what is it, the Phantom Menace music. Oh, God. I mean, it's good music, but it's a shit film, so what are you playing that for? Marpin Precise. Now, I'm bone to pick with you. What'd you say about Steve Perryman? You said he was like our best fullback apart from Trippier or something? Nonsense. Paul, will we win the Premier League? Of course. I just noticed the sun is starting to creep across my camera, so I've got to rearrange my expensive light shade. There we go. Never underestimate the utility of an old bog roll. Yeah, of course we're going to win the Premier League, mate. Of course. Derek Smith, I hear that Spurs are about Roy Race from Melchester Rovers. Oh, he's coming near the end of his career, isn't he? I mean, he's been playing for like 50 years or something. Roy of the Rovers. Innocent days, man. Innocent days. We might sign Billy the Fish as a goalkeeper as well. Arsenal Lubin, my prediction for the season was second place finish. Okay. A Carabao Cup and a Europa League. You know, I mean, I'm going for the quad, man, but if this happens, I'd be smiling. So, hey, you know, any win's a good win. I think Europa League, I'm excited about that one. I'm excited about that one. It's a cup we've won twice before. We can go for the hat-trick, you know, and embarrass Arsenal even further with their shitty European record. 1 trophy for them, 3 for Tottenham Hotspur in Europe. Gooners, what do they know? Piers Barrow, no, Richie Beno type in footy commentary now. Yeah, Richie Beno was he was a class act as well. A man that used to follow the summer. You know, he was as popular a commentator in England as he was over here. Absolutely fantastic. I read his autobiography. Very interesting, actually. Very interesting about how he used to approach games when he played for Australia. Because at the time he was one of the, you know, probably the world's best leg spin bowler. Sorry, right hand, like that. I was a left hand and unorthodox. I won't say what it used to be called because you can't, you know, it's a bad name, but. And he used to tell bowlers, batsmen in the Australian side, you know, he used to coach them on how to read his bowling. And he was asked, well, you know, you're doing this at the Australian level, but what happens when you get back to the state championship, the Sheffield Shield, which used to be a really bbig deal in Australia, maybe not so much now, but it was a big old deal, the Sheffield Shield. And he just said, well, I'll have to think of something else when I play for, I think it's Victorian. Was he Victorian? Don't know. But yeah, it was always country first or winning first with Richie Beno. Billy Boots, get him in. Come on, Langer. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Martin Preside, can Ange be our next Keith Birkinshaw? Can he do the unthinkable? Well, time will tell, man. I think it's possible. I absolutely think it's possible. I mean, he's our best manager since, I'd say, probably Terry Venables. I think he'll be better. I think he'll turn out better than Poch. USA's Pochettino. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Piers Barrow, Miles Davis, who knew the importance of silence. Yeah, it's an important thing to let the game breathe, isn't it? You don't. I get it when people are on the radio, you got to fill in dead air, but on TV. I'll watch it. I don't need to tell you. I don't need you to just keep on babbling on. Miles Davis, though, yeah, Kind of Blue. That's a good album. Sketches of Spain. Yeah, Sketches of Spain. And what's the weird one? Is it Witch's Brew? Witch's Brew? Yeah, no, I like Miles Davis. I don't mind a bit of old Blue Note jazz. There's another thing how we've gone backwards. The recordings used to get out of the 50s and 60s, Blue Note, on tape. Immaculate recordings. Now it's all digital and dynamic compression, auto-tune, tempo, click track. It's not music. It's not music. It might sound like music, but your brain knows that there's something inhuman about it. It's been dicked around with. Derek Smith, that's showbiz. Mark N is going up. He's increasing the stakes here. We're going up to 4-1. 4-1 over the Toon. Why, eh? 4-1. It could happen. I like 3-1. Sounds pretty good. Arsene Lubin, they really need to stop this BS. With the music, yeah, I know, especially with all the boring pop shit they play. I know. I mean, that might be a factor in it, that they're playing stuff that doesn't resonate with me as well, but I don't know. They could play a load of, well, they won't play the Kinks because they were gooners, but I like the Kinks. But they could play a load of music I'd like. I still wouldn't want them to play it. Just let the fans express themselves. Because you see it when, when people like, We Are Tottenham TV or whatever, they do videos at the ground, and when the fans come away from the pitch area to the I don't know what you call the bit where all the bars are and all that. That's where they're all, hey, that's where they're singing Spurs songs. Wouldn't it be great to have that on the pitch to the players instead of, right, we got away from that. Now we can start singing Everton get battered everywhere they go, everywhere they go. La la. Dear, oh dear. All 3Z hum. I can't quite see you got on your picture there. It looks a bit Spursy to me. Premier League champion, Europa League champion, FA Cup champion, Carabao Cup champion is all ours. Well, that's how you come in and make your first comment. That's it. That's it. Martin Preside, when I look back and realise White Hart Lane had the most electric atmosphere in the Premier League, it was glory days, man. Wonderful. It was rock and roll, absolute rock and roll. Arsenal Lubin, is your light shade an old toilet paper? It's an old toilet roll. It's not paper. Toilet roll, man, yeah. Well, I could have bought something for like $50, but bog roll does it, doesn't it? Love the DIY nature. It was necessity, man. Because without it, this makes it, washes everything out. Had to do it. Mile High Hotspur. G'day, Leo. G'day, Leo. Nice to see you, man. The highest fan club in the world. Bummed to have heard your daughter lost the final. Yeah, well, there's my nepotism begins at home update. Lost the grand final 2-0 against Cooks River. But they were happy, because they had a really good season. They had a great season, and they played well in the final. It wasn't like they, bottled or anything. So they weren't too downhearted or whatever. And there's always next year. And they won it last year as well. So it was good fun. It's a good team, got a good coach. Really good. He's a Spurs fan, of course. You can't be a good coach unless you're a Spurs fan. So they had fun. That was the main thing. They had fun. Apart from that, I hope all is good in the hood. Oh, you're busting some bars on me there. Much love, my hippie homie. Much love to you, Leo. Right, so I don't know how to express this. I'll have a crack. But I feel Ange has something different about him. Lots of people doubting him right now, calling him naive and suicidal would be proven wrong. Welcome aboard, Marpin. Welcome aboard. Yeah. I don't get it, man. It's like, how can you survive football management for 25 years? And I don't care where you're managing, man. If you're not up to it, you ain't going to last 25 years. Especially the level of success he's had. It is so disrespectful, people calling him naive and all that sort of stuff. It's ridiculous. And I think it's because it's Australian and because he's Greek. That's what it comes down to. What does he know about football? I'm English. I know more about football. Well, no English person has ever won the Premier League. Never. Last top flight winner was Howard Wilkinson in 1992, just as the First Division came to a close. Seaman. Bitches Brew. Bitches Brew. How was I say Witches Brew? Was it? Yeah, okay, yeah, Bitches Brew. Thanks you, Nick. Lazy 8. Martin Preside, it's different with Ange. I felt the most high with Ange than any of our managers. I sensed something different with him. Ah, well. Darshan. That's good. Lazy 8. I just walked into a conversation I have some experience in. Oh, right. You're a bit of a Miles Davis or a bit of a jazz or a blue note freak. That's good, man. That's good. Miles Davis on the corner. Slept on classic. I haven't really listened to that one too much, man. My go-to, it's probably a cliche. It's kind of blue. I think, and I've got it on SACD, which is a weird format that came and went. But it's very, very, the audio quality is the best. It's wonderful because I've got good sound, hi-fi equipment. I don't have like a Bluetooth sound bar and all that. Everything's gone to shit, isn't it? Everything's gone to shit. Why I don't use Bluetooth. You know, there's nothing like a bit of copper, electrons, not waves through the air that get buggered up and handshakes lost and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I've got it on SACD. It's wonderful. Derek Smith. Finally, Spurs are moving into a position where we can really compete and eventually dominate both domestically and in Europe. Takes time, but it's feeling like it's happening to me. I know. And I hear some Spurs fans that are, glazing up Arsenal. They've got a balanced midfield and all this. It's like, well, I mean, I think they're shit because I can't ever say Arsenal are good. But, they've been 4 years, is it? 4 years on this path. This is year 2 for us, year 2. We're not as good as we're going to be yet. We're getting there, but we're not there yet. So to criticise us because we haven't, in 1 year of a rebuild, set the world completely on fire, is ridiculous. There's no one comes in and just wins in their first year unless it's like, Abramovich's dirty cash, all that sort of shit. A normal football club, you don't come in and win everything. Alex Ferguson didn't. Arsene Wenger took a little bit of time, So I think we're actually kind of going ahead of schedule, and it's a funny word, patience, because I want to tell people what they can't do, but you can't expect Spurs to come from where we have been recently, and getting into the Champions League under Conte. I mean, that was an aberration. I'm not sure exactly quite how that happened. I think it was on 65 points as well, wasn't it? Can't remember. But it wasn't even done. It wasn't done in the Spurs way. And then, the second season, crap. That's kind of what Spurs were like. That, we well overachieved in that year. We got Champions League. But really since, the Champions League final, we haven't been doing much, have we? So we're turning the ship around. We've turned it around and we're just plotting a course now. It's good. Sleepy Mocha trivia. Kind of Blue was recorded without rehearsal. Yeah, that's what they used to do, man. There's 3 microphones. They did a couple of takes. There was a couple of takes of things that didn't make it on the final album. But yeah, 3 microphones, which little did they know, years later, we can use that for a bit of surround goodness. Proper surround goodness, not fake computer reckons what be surround. It's like it's actually there on the tape. Tapes plural. 2-2. This is what you're going for, is it? You're going with this, the Newcastle game. Take it now after a 4-1, 6-0. 6-1, wasn't it? 6-1. We did get a goal. It was 4-0 and 6-1, wasn't it? It don't matter. The shit performances. Look, I think a draw away at Newcastle would be a good result as well. So I'm not, I obviously want to win, but a draw would be good for us. It's a tough away game. Derek Smith blackout curtains. Nah, man, it's just I live in I rent an apartment and it's got vertical blinds which are like a serving suggestion of blocking out the sun. It's one of the reasons I don't work nights, especially in the summer, because vertical blinds, they just let everything in, let all the light in. Crap. I could do something about it, but I can't be arsed. And I find as I get older, my sleep follows the sun. Like when the sun goes down, I usually go to bed quite early and get up early. That's just my natural rhythm. Lazy 8. The modern design of larger stadiums doesn't favour classic chants. They're designed to control the atmosphere through the sound system. Yeah. Usually foul. There seems to be enough singing and noise when the game's going on. I just like to hear the celebration at the end of it, Right beside this current new stadium looks good only for Instagram photos and match day vlogs. Yeah, well, I don't know. Would we have been able to do much if we had stayed with White Hart Lane and its limited capacity? I don't know. We would have had to redevelop or rebuild sooner or later, I think that it just had to. I'm not saying that is necessarily a good thing, but I think it's kind of necessary. Not that I'm giving Levy credit for it, because you don't need to be a genius businessman to work stuff out. And after all, he did not build the stadium. He just told other people to do it. So I don't give him much credit. Fail, yes. Rainmaker, my local team. Barrow won 4-0. That's what we want to hear. Well done. Well done, Barrow. Nice one. Right, sorry, real Tottenham home will always be White Hart Lane. Not anymore. Not anymore. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but I mean, I call it White Hart Lane anyway. Sleepy Mocker, the complete in a silent way sessions is my favourite Dave's recording. I'll have to check some of these out. I've got to be in the right mood for jazz. Rainmaker, managed by Stephen Clements. Ah, right. Is that Ray's son? Ray Clements' son, is it? Piers Barrow. If you had the SACD, you've got the right pitch-corrected version. I know, man. They do good production on SACDs. There's not a lot you can get on SACD. It's mainly sort of jazz and, there's a few boutique things that come out once in a while, but it's a nice, warm sound. It's what vinyl should sound like if vinyl wasn't so shit as well. People go out and I get it. I got one of my kids that she likes collecting vinyl. But it's more of it's the experience, isn't it? That we used to have, and tangible, reading the cover and all that. But as far as sound quality goes, it doesn't compare, especially nowadays, because you're recording everything digitally, and then you're going to convert it to analog to put on the thing. You're losing fidelity in doing that. It's not like the whole process is analog end to end anymore. But I like SACD. It's great format. Great format. Arsenal moving from my point of view, Ange obviously has a concise plan and recognises the importance of consistency of principles. So much of what he does is about trying to build the perfect environment for players to grow. Quite simple. I'm just going to have a quick look at something, because I'm going to be wrapping up soon. I'll just see if anyone's live at the moment. No. Not on my subs list anyway. Derek Smith, I don't like jazz. Blues is my thing, yeah. Horses for courses. I like the blues as well. A bit of John Lee Hooker pleases me. Yeah. I like playing the blues because, to the untrained or unfamiliar ear, it might all, I've got no 60 hertz hum, that's good. It might all sound the same, but the more you play it, the more nuance you can put in it. I don't know, like it's just fun. It's fun to play with friends. It's like a scaffold, but you can dick around with it. I do like it. Lazy 8. Oh my God, SACD. You and me might be the only ones that know what the format is. Well, I'll tell you else who knows what this format is. This guy here, Steimer, Eronista. But we're talking about SACD, yes. In fact, it was this guy that put me onto SACD. When I get to Sydney, Paul, you and me going to chill. That's it, man. Just turn up the tunes. Mike Prasad, I want to win against Newcastle. We all do, man. That's what, Lazy 801. 3 mic system is called a decatree. Wow, here we go. Didn't know that. Way of creating a stereo image with realistic width. Yeah, nerd. But I don't know, when you love music, you just want it to sound as good as it possibly can, or what the artist intended. And that's why, when I was, well heeled, I've got, my speakers are they're about 4 foot tall, and my surround ones are like that big as well. And it's like, pumps it out. And I find that even though I don't turn it up full very often because it is earth-shatteringly loud, sometimes you just got to do it. Sometimes you just got to just turn it up. Just turn it up for a little bit. You don't want to be antisocial or anything like that, but feel it shake through your body. Brilliant. Mark Preside, I want to settle for a draw. No, I want to watch every Tottenham matches, believe we'll win it. That's it. That's what we want. Terry Wright. Big up, Paul. Hope you're well, mate. Great win this weekend. Yes. Next 2 games will show us what we're about this season. Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair enough. Two more tricky games. I fancy a chance at Newcastle and Arsenal. I just don't think they can score goals. I just don't, I think they've had a bloody awful transfer window. In fact, Liverpool have as well. No, I mean, I wouldn't have thought of saying it, but because I'm not sure that Tottenham have had a superb window. It's been all right. I think the outgoings have been excellent. The incomings have been reasonable, not bad or anything like that. They have made us better, but other teams have done bugger all. Oh, Uberstreik. Das dir. No, I'm going to go and work later, man. Das dir. It's enough. It's enough. Das dir. Pedala, kick it forward. Derek Smith, the new stadium will be the making of Tottenham in the modern era. Yeah, well, that's the idea in it, isn't it? That's the idea. Oh, this is exciting. Europa League draw on Friday. That means, I wonder how Borat Luka's doing. When are they playing their game? Let's have a look here. Oh, okay, hang on. Stop the press. Oh, no, it's leg 1 of 2. Okay, so Friday at 5 a.m., Borat Luka are playing Ferencváros. That's got to be a Hungarian team, isn't it? It's got to be with a name like that. Come on. Where are they? Yeah, Hungarian. Brilliant. Oh, well, we'll find out how they go. Be fun if Tottenham played them. Yeah, he's Ray's son. Okay, right. Okay, I enjoyed watching Ray Clements play a lot, man. Great goalkeeper. Oh, and I listened to, there's a new interview. Actually, I think I can paste it in the comments here. Pat Jennings has done for, I think it's BBC Northern Ireland, because, the BBC, supposed to be for everyone, but they split it all up. Like, when it's just BBC, there's no BBC England, is there? It's just BBC. But when you go away from mainly London, then you've got to start giving it names, haven't you? I think that tells you something about the UK. Let me have a look here. I've got the link here. I'll stick it in the chat. Good old interview with Pat Jennings, this one. Brilliant. Really good one. Listened to it last night. His hair doesn't change. His hair's still the bloody same. It's greyer, but it's still, the same. It's brilliant. Tottenham through and through. All 3Z Hammam. Last season when we played in St James's Park, we played all our starting 11. I don't know what happened there. We lost our bottle or confidence, something, Hope this time is different. Newcastle doesn't look that good in form. No. I can't remember, how they were travelling last year when we played them, whether they were, hitting their stride or whether, they just came good against us or not. I can't remember. But it doesn't look like they're hitting their stride this year for sure. They're there for the taking, aren't they? They're there for the taking. Mark Ian, Montgomery apparently has taken charge of defending. Yeah, now I saw some bollocks, absolute bollocks about, it was so, I've forgotten what journalist it was, but it was saying, oh, well, after all Ange was saying last year about he doesn't care about set-piece coaching, he's brought in a set-piece coach in Nick Montgomery. It's like, people just can't face being wrong, can they? I'm wrong all the time. Of course I'm wrong all the time. I'm an idiot. But it's like, oh no, I actually was right. Ange was wrong. They brought in a set-piece coach. It's bullshit. Bullshit. And I think Ange was right about the set pieces. One, were we bad at them in comparison to whom? Because you are going to concede the odd goal against corners. Otherwise, they wouldn't exist, And I think what Ange was saying was, if your football is sloppy, you're going to concede more corners, more free kicks in dangerous areas, and you ain't going to be able to defend them well. So what you want to do is get your football right. Spend time getting your football right, then less corners, because defenders are not just booting it out, they're progressing play. You're not going to be sloppy conceding free kicks. Your football's right, you're going to be in their half anyway. And it takes care of itself. So do you really want to spend time in training sessions doing like fake corner after fake corner, or, and not use that time to make your football better? I think people are so sensationalist about it, and they really latched onto that. It's like, oh no, we do have a set piece problem. What's Ange talking about? He doesn't know anything about football. It's like, no, you're not listening to him, man. You're not listening to him. Oh, I think it's a good time to play early with Toombs. Yeah, let's get him in there. Derek Smith, I have a 70s cassette deck. Ooh, Dolby B or C or S. Can it play metal tapes, chrome dioxide tapes? Because all the tape players now are shit, aren't they? They're all made out of one factory in China, and they're all rubbish. 80s record deck, yeah, we're talking an amp. And 90s floor standing speakers, ooh, nice. Plus a Bluetooth box plugged in the amp. I suppose you got to have convenience somewhere, haven't you? Got to have convenience. Oh, Hotspur, I saw you sent me. I did see it flash up on the screen, but I don't know if you've noticed, Leo. I'm trying to do a bloody show here. I didn't read it. See, first is Dermot sending me WhatsApp and then sending the same. It's like, let me. All right, I'll read it. Hang on, everyone. Leo sent me a message. Oh no, that's a good message, man. Oh, look at that. Is this a new arrival, man? Look at her. Oh, Leo's had a baby girl. Look at that. You've got her in the Tottenham way. I mean, you can't control these things. She will find her own path, but you're getting her off to a good start, imprinting, and her name's London. Beautiful, man, beautiful. Congratulations, awesome stuff. That's you and that's Jacob, both, getting the next generation of Spurs fans going. Wonderful, man. Derek Smith, a lot can happen in the last few days of transfer window for all clubs. Yeah, I know. Will there be last-minute facsimiles going through? Don't know, man. I mean, I'm still seeing the same old shit, Spurs can close at least 3 more deals. It's like, you don't know. I mean, no one saw us signing the Korean guy or Archie Gray. They're all caught on the hop. They don't know what they're talking about, journalists. Terry Wright, totally agree, Paul. Outgoings could be a 10 out of 10. If we get Reggie and Lo Celso out the door, if those two go out the door, I'm with you, man. I'd say even now it's like an 8 or a 9, actually. But definitely 10 out of 10. I mean, we ain't getting rid of Ben Davies. 1 year of the contract. Okay, whatever. But those two, yes, man. Oh, but even, even regularly, he doesn't figure in anything, does he? So, Lo Celso, I want to get rid of Lo Celso. I really do. Very poor for Tottenham, very poor. Oh, here we go. Pierce Barrow, Sony Japan. Japan make good SACDs. The Green Ones released the first 5 Santana albums on Quad SACD. Not big on Santana, although it is a Oya Kamavara is a song that me and mates play quite often. And because I don't own bass lines, I invent a new one every time. It's not what it's supposed to sound like, but it sounds good and groovy. Japan, FHM and all that, they do great music. There we go. There's the Pat Jennings interview. Just dropped a couple of days ago. I believe the phrase is used. Lazy 8. There's no BBC Britain unless you're in America. Oh, right, when you're outside. What? Hang on, BBC Britain? That'd be like us calling it like NBC America. We know what NBC is, or we got the ABC here. Yeah, it's a tautology, isn't it? That's BBC B. BBC's mainly based in Manchester now. Well, they got moved out of Shepherd's Bush years ago, didn't they? Wood Lane 8. Oh God, what's the postcode? 8W. I know the 01 811 8055. 01911 8055. Wood Lane. W12 8QT. There we go. Van der Ven had a shocker. Yeah, ooh. Rome was on holiday a week during the summer. All peaceful on YouTube. Came back sunny without us playing a match. People are all Ange out. You see, this is just... It's just YouTube and Twitter, man. It's just, and then the people it's like people want to wallow in their own misery or something. I don't know, man, but it's a minority. I think it's a minority. When I'm listening to matches, I'm hearing the crowd in fine voice. Even last year, home and away, they were singing loud. They weren't like that with Conte. Things were stirring in the crowd when Conte was going off on one. But I don't think there's a problem with fans. It's just, a couple of people that just want to say we're shit all the time and crap on Spurs all the time in the guise of, I just want us to be better. Non-ambitious fans or why we're so shit. It's like, I've got no control over what bloody Tottenham Hotspur do. I'm just here to enjoy the football. Mark N. I was conceding the set piece in stupid areas to silly fouls. It's costing us. Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's the bit we got to stop. Rainmaker, BBC, British Broadcast Corporation. It's in the title. Yeah, I know. It's a giveaway, isn't it? Archibald. Let them find out their own path. Yes, man. One of my sons is an 8-year-old flirted with Manchester City. Ooh. For the glory. Stamp that out quick, sharp. That's it. Spurs will leave home. Yeah, you let them find their own way. Go that way. Pierce Barrow. In the US, it's called BBC America. What does that even mean? Nonsense. Dear, oh dear, BBC America. All right, folks. Look, I've been going longer than I thought, but we'll just finish up with Arsene Lubin. Completely off topic, but I've forgotten how good quality red wine is. Oh, much better than white. So much better than white wine. Tell you what, El Toro Macho, Aldi, $5.99 a bottle. It's a good drop. Anyway, hey, what a fun stream, folks. What a fun stream. I'm gonna have another coffee. Traffic should have died down now, so I'm gonna hit the road, earn some money. Might do a video if something pops into my head. Remember, 2 days' time, Steve Perryman. Looking forward to that one. Thanks to everyone that's been commenting. It's been nice vibes in here. Nice vibes in here today. It's been fun, and I would like to especially thank Dermatron for welcoming him back into the fold of the commune. Man, no obligation, just appreciation. That's it. Thank you very much, Dermot. And to people watching afterwards on the or listening afterwards on podcast, your favourite podcast player. I hope it's distracted you away from 2024, all that old shite that's going on, eh? There's lots of gubbins going on. Till next time, folks, As always, I'll say peace and love, man. Peace and love. And come on, you Spurs. See if my transport will work. I've moved the button.